Hello, my husband has ocular myasthenia, which is vision, and bulbar myasthenia. Bulbar means cranial nerve weakness, which affects swallowing, chewing, and talking. Our problems began in November 2014 when Peter had the sudden onset of double vision, two images massively separated. That was the beginning of 5 6-week episodes into the eye unit of the local hospital, having tests and prisms fixed to his glasses. Then followed eating problems, fatigue problems, and nearly 3 years later, Peter had something which was quite similar to a stroke. The GP mentioned myasthenia gravis, and the blood test revealed the presence of the antibodies. We then went to see the neurologist some 2 months later and got the medication. By that time, Peter's mouth would seize up when he was halfway through a meal or if he talked more than a little, and our consultant did warn us to accept that we were going to see him quite a lot. Nothing prepares you for the life changes. For a start, myasthenia is an autoimmune disorder, so you need to avoid infections, top of the list. Then you need to build in a rest day after a busy day, reduce stress, balance the meals, try and get a good diet, but where you don't have anything to chew. Being the only driver, taking and making the phone calls. All the couples that I've met agree that bad days mean bad temper. And this, for me, from a very mild, even-tempered man who doesn't know he's doing it. Rising to it is futile, so I swallow and encourage rest and sleep to get things back onto an even keel. Peter's daily capacity to walk is variable. So when we go out, we need to have built-in rest, know where we can sit for a while, and how I get to return him to the car. Like majority of myasthenia sufferers, we have to go out of area to get him reviewed. And that means that sometimes getting information and results and the like moved from one health authority to another can get tricky. The sudden onset of inescapable fatigue is a concept that most people just can't understand. Myasthenia is a difficult disorder to put into words, let alone fill onto forms, and the MyAware team helped me to complete 2 successful applications for a blue badge and attendance allowance. The regional support groups and conferences that they organise provide information and updates, but most of all, amazing support that dispels the overwhelming feeling that you're alone. Their website, amongst other advice, has a drugs to avoid schedule, regularly updated, which I take to every appointment. It lists popular antibiotics, anaesthetics, beta blockers and more, which if taken can make the problem much worse and are quite often overlooked. Each sufferer reacts differently to problems, but by going to the support meetings and conferences, whatever difficulty we face, there's always someone in the room who's faced it before and found a solution. It's the sharing of the tips and tricks that we learn through MyAware that enable us to live as normal a life as we can. Simple things like sitting down to shave conserves muscle strength for later in the day. Who'd have thought? MyAware is a haven, the go-to, the place with the answers, even if you haven't figured out you've got questions. So please, donate now to MyAware and support families like mine living with myasthenia. Thank you.